The recent closure of the Eiffel Tower is a highly visible consequence of massive nationwide strikes and protests that have once again swept across France. This disruption highlights a period of intense social and political turmoil as unions and citizens push back against proposed government austerity measures. Summary and analysis. The strikes are a continuation of a persistent wave of social anger, fueled by political instability and heated budget discussions. The temporary closure of the Eiffel Tower, a global symbol, serves as a powerful illustration of the depth and reach of the labor action. Staff at the landmark joined public and private sector workers, including those in transport, education, and healthcare, who are protesting to have their voices heard before final government decisions are made on the upcoming budget. While the turnout for this specific round of strikes was lower than previous protests, the sustained action demonstrates a strong determination among workers and unions. Reasons for the strikes and protests. The core of the unrest lies in the opposition to draft budget measures proposed by the former government and potentially maintained by the new administration. The primary concerns driving the protests include austerity, measures and spending cuts. Unions vehemently oppose plans for significant budget cuts and a freeze on social welfare spending, arguing these measures are unprecedentedly brutal and will disproportionately harm low- and middle-income workers. Erosion of purchasing power. Workers fear that the proposed austerity policies will further erode their purchasing power amidst rising costs of living. Demand for fairer taxation. Unions are calling for higher taxes on the wealthy and corporations, insisting that the financial sacrifices required by the new budget must be distributed more equitably, ensuring social justice. Political uncertainty. The frequent government reshuffles and the lack of an absolute majority in a deeply divided parliament contribute to the political turmoil, giving unions a window to exert pressure. Past pension reforms, though not the primary focus of this specific wave, also contribute to the climate of distrust in government. Consequences. The mass strikes and the resulting closure of the Eiffel Tower have immediate and long-term consequences. Economic and tourism impact. The closure of major tourist sites, coupled with disruptions to regional trains, commuter services, and potential air traffic control strikes, poses a significant threat to France's vital tourism sector. Cancellations and a drop in visitor confidence can lead to millions in lost revenue for the country, particularly for businesses in Paris and other major cities. Political pressure. The widespread mobilization puts immense pressure on the new Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu, who must form a government and present a budget bill while navigating a parliament where a simple majority for his proposals is not guaranteed. Failure to address the union's demands could lead to further political crises, including the risk of a vote of no confidence. Disruption to daily life. Beyond the tourist inconveniences, the strikes disrupt everyday life, including school closures, healthcare service slowdowns, and transport chaos, affecting hundreds of thousands of French citizens. Amplified social anger. The highly visible nature of the strikes, including the closure of a landmark like the Eiffel Tower, powerfully broadcasts the level of social anger nationally and internationally, raising the stakes in the ongoing labor-government conflict. Prediction and solutions. Prediction. Given the high level of social anger and the unified front of the major unions against the proposed austerity measures, sustained protests and disruptive strikes are likely to continue as the budget bill is debated in Parliament. The government may face no choice but to propose amendments, possibly including income tax relief for lower earners or adjustments to spending cuts, to appease the unions and secure parliamentary approval. Solutions. Resolving this crisis requires a multi-pronged approach focused on negotiation and structural reform. Genuine social dialogue. The government must engage in meaningful, transparent negotiations with the trade unions, moving beyond simply hearing demands to actively seeking compromise on key budget and social welfare issues. Fiscal adjustments. To satisfy demands for social justice, the government could explore alternatives to deep public spending cuts, such as implementing progressive tax reforms targeting high net worth individuals, or eliminating tax breaks for large corporations, as an alternative means to reduce the national debt. Prioritizing public services. explicitly protecting and increasing funding for essential public services like education and healthcare would help reduce the immediate social anger and demonstrate a commitment to social equity. Long-term economic stability. Addressing the underlying issue of the national debt in a way that is perceived as fair by the majority of the population is critical to breaking the recurring cycle of protests. The closure of the Eiffel Tower is a clear sign that the government's proposed financial measures are viewed by a significant portion of the French public as an unfair burden, demanding a political solution that prioritizes social fairness alongside fiscal responsibility.